So, I had an absolutely wretched night's sleep last night, and I will tell you part of the reason why. Because of this little thing right here. She barks every single time my brother walks by my door, and she will continue barking until I want to kill her. I have to go out in this god-awful freezing rain weather, and I have to take one of my dogs to the vet, where they're going to check her heart, because she's got congestive heart failure. So I wanted to introduce you to, well, she just left the room, the cause of me going to the vet. Rika, what are you doing? Rika. This one apparently doesn't recall that we are the ones that are in charge. And you know, while I was in the shower, I was thinking about how much or how little editing I wanted to do to this video. I started thinking about just exactly how much I edit myself every day, just so that I can interact with people. Depression can alter self-editing, because we'll often tell people that nothing's wrong, everything's okay. You know, we just have some things happening. You know, I think a lot of times we don't even really feel depressed. But because we live in a society where nobody really wants to hear about you or about what's going on with you, at least not unless it's happy, it makes you feel like you have to edit everything to the point of where you're basically lying to everybody, which is hard for somebody like me to do because I'm a believer of truth, and I always want to be honest with people. So yeah, it was just some things that I was thinking about while I was in the shower. So we are here at the vet. We're getting a checkup on her right now. She absolutely does not want to be here, because the last time she came in here, she got 2 shots and almost bit the vet. So it's about to be expected from a, I think she's 14-year-old dog. So yeah, so we're gonna check her heart and see if the medication you put her on last time is still working. Alright, so he checked her heart and he checked her sore, and her sore has healed up really nicely, and her heart sounds really good. We're gonna get her some more medication that's doing what it's supposed to be doing, and I am really happy to hear that. So, not quite ready to let her go yet. Yeah. So, I got home from the vet's office and needed some food, so I made myself mac and cheese. I decided I wanted some mac and cheese and some tuna for lunch, and then, excuse me. And when you are depressed, and I'm sure everybody understands all of this, at least whenever I talk about it, they go, yeah, I get it, I know. But when you are depressed, you don't want to do anything. It's not just a lack of interest in things that you would normally be interested in. It is you do not have the motivation to do anything, which includes, you know, you sometimes don't want to take a shower, and you only shower because your head itches or you start actively smelling yourself, and then you do it just to get it out of the way. You don't want to cook for yourself, so you eat bowls of cold cereal or a piece of toast because it's easy. Like, you don't really want to make good wholesome foods. You just want to make quick dinner meals and just get it out of the way. You're not really motivated to do anything that involves properly taking care of yourself. And it's almost a fractal lack of motivation. You can sit at your computer, which I'm doing right now, and you can watch videos and not remember most of what you watched, even if it was things you were actively interested in, because you were not engaged because you feel like crap. I don't like to talk about it very much because nobody's ever really interested, even though one of the things that really helps is being around people, particularly people that are not depressed, and being around them all the time. And even though I feel like I drag them down, really what's happening is that they're helping to pull me back up because they are behaving in a way that I want to behave. And I feel like an asshole if I don't. And by and large, my depression is because I hate my living circumstances and I have failed numerous times to change them for the better. And I also don't want to sacrifice everything that makes me who I am in order to, quote, have a better life. So I haven't quite found that solution yet. I'm going to go back to playing my video games and ignoring the absolute heaping piles of mess that is my bedroom. And if you are not aware, and then nobody ever is, this is my chaos. That's my room. So I have this little creature right here who has decided that her favorite place is either on my lap or, as is the case tonight, in my jacket. And she's totally fine with that. So this is, I don't know if I can be seen very well, but I'm in bed now. I'm gonna end this day. And it's been not awesome. I have had several outbursts of anger, probably due to depression, because they were over things that weren't really that big a deal. And then, of course, quickly following that is a desire to cry, not even knowing why. And all the while trying to figure out what's the cause and what to do about it, and a deeper desire not to just take the easy road, which is, taking some kind of medication. I think most of it is that I just don't feel like I have any control in my life. I feel like most of the people that I know, people in my family, people that I work for, people that I work with, seem to dictate how my life ends up going. And no matter how much I fight or I struggle, I keep getting pushed back down. And I don't know if that's because of something I'm doing,
or what. Like, you know, I don't want to be paranoid and say everybody's out to get me, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it should be this hard. You know, it's like where everything you ask for is a fight or an argument, and yet all the while you have people preaching to you about how family's there for you, and everybody's supposed to be really supportive, and you know, you have all these great friends, and I'm like super confused because I'm like, I don't have any of that shit. You know, my family is kind of supportive. I mean, they tolerate it, or rather they just don't do anything about it. You know, and I try to do things to make our situations better, at least the only way that I know. I mean, I seem to be the only person presenting solutions, but they're all solutions that involve work. And clearly, because that's involved, nobody's interested in proceeding forward. And it makes me feel like I have no control, and I have no say. Kind of feels like a self-fulfilling prophecy where, because I have a group of people who think I won't amount to anything, they don't do anything to allow me to move forward, thereby making sure I don't get anywhere, so that they can validate their claim that I'm not going to amount to anything. So yeah, feels like a bit of a broken record in my head, but I'm going to try to let as much of it go as I can, and hopefully get a good night's sleep, and figure out what to do with all this footage.